This is who's now with you. Yeah, what was it like? Tell them about it.
So it's like you go into this forest and you go into this bike thing with a bunch of bikes in it.
Yeah.
And ET's in the back, like there's like a box right here with ET in it. And then there's my favorite part is when there's like a cop car. My favorite part is when there was a cop car.
That's where your family.
They're right there.
They're right there. Oh, wait.
My favorite part is when we were going, then we just crashed on a cop's car.
You crashed? That's not part of the ride at all.
No, it's like you bump on it.
When you bump on it?
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
You want the top cop car and then
Yeah, then my second favorite is when
and then what? Don't even look at him.
Then you go to his home.
He's hooked now.
Is he here because you had a hard time finding a babysitter? And then what? So you get to his house.
Then he rescues his friends.
Then he was with his friends.
Yeah.
E.T. was with his friends. So,
Then at the end,
we're not done.
At the end, he says your name.
At the end he says your name, right? That's what happened to me too. We had the same thing happen because I was all excited to just hold that. I was all excited to go on. Let me just see what happens. Try that. Yeah, just work on that, Damon. That happened to me too. That's the weird thing about E.T. So you had the same experience. I was all excited to go on the E.T. ride, and the same thing happened to me. I get in the front of the line, out of nowhere, Steven Spielberg starts talking to me. Like, I mean, through a screen, but he was talking to me, right? And he's like, E.T. needs your help to get to his home planet. And I'm like, he asked for me? Like, why doesn't the guy know how to do that? But anyway, okay. So I sit down with E.T. and we take off, and I was like, I didn't even want to do this, but anyway, so we get there, and E.T. lives like 5 minutes away, by the way, right? He was like 5 minutes away. It was really weird how close this planet is. And so I get off his planet, which was right by the exit, right? Yeah, so I'm like, this is kind of BS. Like, I paid to get on the ride, and then I have to help E.T. the whole time. I don't even get to see the ride, right? So I get off the ride, which is right at the exit. What are we looking at? What kind of fingernail are we talking about? What's wrong? Is it hurting? It just... okay, so I get off the ride, and I'm like, now I'd like to see the ride because I just got E.T. taken care of. Now that he's back at his home planet, maybe I can actually check out the ride here. So I go back to the front, and Steven Spielberg doesn't even act like it's weird that we've already discussed this. And he's like, E.T. needs your help to get to his home planet. And I'm like, I just fucking got him there. Are you kidding me? So he's like, forget this ride, this is BS. So I get off that ride, and I'm like, now I'd like to check out Back to the Future, because apparently they're giving a tour of the Time Institute, and I was like, I'd like to check that out. So I get over to Back to the Future, and I don't know where this guy, Biff, you heard of Biff? No, yeah, he's this jerk, right? And he steals the time machine. And Doc Brown starts looking at me like, it's your job to get the time machine back. I'm like, why is it my job? I don't know how to drive a DeLorean or anything. I have a theory that when Universal Studios burnt down, remember last year when it was on fire? No, it was. I have a theory that they didn't even call firemen. They just started looking at tourists. I think it's your job to put King Kong out. Why is it my job? That joke kills when there's not a 7-year-old next to me. Telling the story better than I did. Let me try it his style. Maybe you'll love it. So E.T. goes and we... I know what you mean, totally. And we go up, and then the car came down, and we crashed on the car. into Kids Say the Darndest Things night. It's cool. It's kind of fun. We'll never forget it. Some of you will leave pissed, but you'll never forget it. Remember that night and Kyle, and then like a year later, you'll be like, it was cute. He was with a little kid. You like it the longer it goes, but for right now, you're gonna go home mad. And you're wrong. It's a beautiful moment, right? What was that? What were you doing? He was like hitting, like poking me in the ass. Bipolar. I wonder if that ever fooled anybody. You know, people like waving, like, oh, you're just waving at me, not poking me in the ass. These kids nowadays, huh? How do you launch into material with this? This is the weirdest thing ever, but it's awesome. You're gonna be a great part of the montage. Look, I know not everyone loves it, but watch him. He's loving it. Let's just give him a moment. Okay, here's my impression for you. This is my impression of the Pillsbury Doughboy playing tennis with Barney the dinosaur. Your dad likes it more than you do, but so they're playing tennis, and then out of nowhere the ball goes out of bounds, and they get into an argument about whether it's in or out or not, and then Julia Child, you probably love her, the famous old lady cook, stops the argument. Okay, so Barney the dinosaur are playing tennis with Pillsbury Doughboy, ball goes out of bounds, they get into an argument about whether it's in or out or not, and then Julia Child comes and stops the argument. Okay? Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry, that was out.
I feel like you're only gonna laugh if he does, which is not good. Like, I have to do jokes that just he'll like now. What's that you do? What are you doing every time? Oh, that's cool. No, that's cool. I do that a lot with Stan. So.
That was on the line. No, I saw it. That was out.
Are you kidding me? That was on the goddamn line.
Maybe we should try it again. And have some cake. Okay, I love you, Pillsbury Doughboy.
Bullshit, that was on the goddamn line.